God, I love that theme song more and more every time I hear it. Happy Friday, everybody. In this episode, in a shocking surprise twist, we learn that the real killer was none other than... Greetings, friends, and welcome back to another episode of DreamWizard Plays number 670, The Somnium Files, Part 5. The game was made in 2019. I usually throw that in there. Forget about it. Would you kindly like, share, and subscribe? Tell your friends to jump into the chat right now on Rumble and YouTube. Leave a like and a comment on the X platform. I will stop by later and say hello. I spend entirely too much time trolling X. I sure do. I can't recommend anyone following me there because I say a lot of crazy political stuff that I do not say on these streams or in my dream interpretation interviews. It's my outlet. It's where I share wizardly wisdom, which is the root word of wizard, wise, a wise one. Indeed. This episode of DreamWizard Plays brought to you in part by Dreamscapes, episode 201. Yes, I did an interview yesterday, managed to get it edited and uploaded, and it's ready on BenjaminTheDreamWizard.com. Episode 201, Sleep on It. Why did I choose that title? You're going to have to watch the episode to find out. It's only about an hour long. I work with what you bring me. If you want to do a dream interpretation, it doesn't have to be a long dream. And sometimes it's a barely remembered dream, and we just kind of talk about it a little bit. There isn't even enough there to... There isn't enough meat on the bone to really chew on. But hey, you know, it's still fascinating in my opinion. So, of course, the full video on YouTube and Rumble tomorrow at 5 a.m. Eastern. No, I'm sorry. At 5 a.m. Pacific. So it'll be live on the East Coast at 8 a.m. Eastern. Jesus, I can't math or time zone. This episode also brought to you in part by the latest offering of historical dream literature from yours truly, your humbly hirsute host, Benjamin the Dream Wizard. ABC Book 18, Oniro Chronologia, Volume 4, Prima Reliquorum, the first of what remains. There will be more volumes coming, but right now I ain't doing shit. I'm not editing anything. I'm just playing video games and relaxing. I'm actually working on a little something. Finally, I was able to do a remaster of an older AI radio song that I was not happy with, and it came out pretty damn good. And now I want to turn it into a music video. Of course, I'm not really sure how to do that, so I did a little experimentation today just for fun, just a couple hours of dinking around. And what I need is a story to tell. So we'll find out how that works. All right, of course, all this and more at BenjaminTheDreamWizard.com. Click on the books tab, scroll down to the very bottom, follow the Amazon link, and you are good to go. You also want to head on over to BenjaminTheDreamWizard.locals.com. Get your hands on this right here. The custom cocktail recipe for the Dream Wizard's Portland Ghetto Cooler. And if you have a beverage of your own ready to hand, you would like to raise a glass along with me, please do so now as we recite the toast. Here we go. Ein Prosit der Gemütlichkeit. Nostrovia. Kanpai. Salud. Cheers to you. And here's mud in your eye. Slancha, even. Why not? Hot Lava Tube cracks the whip and demands that I get back to editing in due time. Hey, the last one released before the current volume was in 2023. I've been slacking for a hot minute. So what happened was I used to edit consistently every day between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. And then I swapped that out for playing video games consistently between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. And couldn't find the right time to swap that back in. And so I started using my afternoon time a little more effectively. And I was able to add back in the editing stuff and all my days off. And you know, if I finished a game on a Wednesday, then I would force myself, okay, Thursday, Friday, we're going to be doing editing. And it just took forever. So I will be releasing more books. Never you worry. All right, let's get this stuff out of the way and move that over here. Okay, and we're ready to load the game. Hot Lava Tube says, when I was editing my dissertation, I began to lose my sanity. Indeed. Indeed. Now imagine editing 3 separate books into one and making sure they're all consistent and formatted. 325 pages on this most recent one. That's longest book, I think it was about 450, and that was the third volume of the Onira Chronologia series. Anyhow, man, I'm terrified that if I don't read it one more time, I'm gonna miss a mistake, a typo, something that was numbered incorrectly. Anyway, and eventually I get to the point where I'm like, I just physically can't. I just physically can't read this work again. And then I say, that's good enough, and I publish it. Hot Lava Tube says, just ask AI to do it. I kid. I will be leaning a little bit on AI as a research tool. But you really can't, I don't think, you really can't replace the human mind and come up with a quality product that is worth other people buying, honestly. Now, maybe people won't care. Maybe AI slop is really what the public wants. And well, in that case, I will fade into obscurity. No one will ever read my books, and it'll all be over. But yep. But I'm not opposed to it. Like, I use AI to make music, and I use it to make videos. And I will be using it. I frequently use it as a research tool, but that will be in future books. Anyway, Hot Lava Tube says, yeah, I'm well versed on the strengths and limitations of AI, especially in regard to software dev. Yeah. Here's the thing is, like, how do you know the calculator didn't make a mistake? You have to know math. And that's why calculators can't replace learning the math, because you need to know, number one, that you're using the right formula applied to the right circumstance. And if you get a result that's just wildly inaccurate, how are you going to know that? You're just going to take the calculator's word for it? What if it's wrong? So you need to look at that and go, okay, wow, wait a minute. Whoa. I'm going to get a different calculator. This one's clearly broken. Something like that. You know, you can't, like, me knowing nothing about coding, this is just a chill stream. We're just talking. We're just going to stare at this and talk. Last thing. You got to be a coder. You got to know coding. You got to know when the code is right. You got to be able to look at it and go, okay, good. If it saves you a little labor of typing it all in by hand, God bless. That's what tools are for. I love Hot Lava Tube says, these AI tools tend to be great for small problems that have been solved many times, but they suck for long-term planning. Yes, whether it's code or book plots. Indeed. I've thought about, God, I'm just going to talk my way through everything today, but I've thought about writing a fantasy sci-fi crossover novel. It's been in my head for like 30 years, and it will eventually fall out, or it won't. I don't know. But I've thought about actually programming an AI to be the personality of the characters, and then feeding them scenarios saying, what would you do? And maybe getting inspired to write different things from that perspective, rather than just my brain keeping the personalities in there. My brain doesn't hold on to things like that very well. I'm very good at being extremely present. I'm not really good at holding on to ideas over long periods of time and follow through and all that good. So, okay, I'm going to stop. Somnium scan activate, she said. Moving on. I'm going to probably going to fail this one. Mental lock, number 1. Lava Tube says you can just tweak an existing AI with a new prompt. Just add the prompt, you are Elmo from Sesame Street, and it'll act that way. Sinking in the Vein. Discover Iris's secret. A mysterious room, videos, and a strange device. You may be able to find the truth. The problem with your suggestion isn't that it's wrong. It's that it doesn't quite suit my needs. Like, I'd be inventing new people that don't exist. Like, Elmo exists. Elmo is a known quantity. He's been around for years. The AI has a lot to work on to say, okay, you're Elmo. And he goes, oh, I know what that means. I know who Elmo is. If I tell them you're, you know, a brain in a jar from a dystopian future Earth, they're going to be like, what? what experiences have they had? What sample can you give me about what's their personality? How do they feel about certain things? You know, what's their attitude towards X, Y, or Z? I have no idea. So anyway, that's my opinion on AI. It's just a tool. It cannot replace the humans ever. I don't believe. And no, as much as I loved Star Trek The Next Generation, there will never be an android that is its own sentient being, its own person. I think you actually have to have a soul in a way. Yeah, I think there's something unique about being human that you just can't duplicate that by any human hands. Anyway, Hot Lava Tube says, you can just give it the context. You can use more words than that. It can extrapolate if you say you are a brain in a jar who is jealous of his ex-wife's Beanie Baby collection. Sure. Well, that's what I would be doing. That is, now you're getting closer to what I would do is like, I would be telling you, here's the experiences and the personality. Here's the setting. Here's decisions they've made in the past, you know, feeding a history to the, a history and a personality to the AI and say, okay, now act as if you are this person. And then, I hope there'll be and there probably is a feature I just don't know about to save those personalities individually, and maybe even have them interact with each other and say, okay, here, have a conversation about this topic as the character. Maybe not. I don't know. I have more ideas than I ever execute in my life. I probably have a 1 to 1,000,000 execution to idea ratio. So we're lucky we got a book in the last 2 years. We're lucky I showed up on time for a video game stream. So who knows how grandiose my my execution will actually be compared to the ideas. Look at the blood or watch the murder. Where is the blood? I'm so glad we can look around without wasting precious time. There's all kinds of things in the dark, and we're not going to run around in the dark trying to identify the things. I guess we're going to go watch the murder. Let's go to the TV. Old school. Hit it or spin the dial. Jesus. It's going to take 30 seconds no matter what. Times 2. What does this mean? Why is it doing this to me? Well, what else is there in here? Where is look at the blood? Oh shit, I didn't really want to move. I guess we are going to run around in the dark. All right, let's do this. Let's burn all the time, and then we're going to restart because we haven't done shit yet. There was something. Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, she's up against the wall. There's something over here in the corner. I saw it just out of my eye. What is that? That is the thing I cannot interact with. Hot Lava Tube says, yeah, I use Olama to do something like that. I saved my little chatbot buddy. There you go. So what? So suck a toe, as they say. Yeah, how about doors? Can I leave? Oh, it takes mere seconds to open. All right, let's do this. We're going to go back. We're going to restart. Yes. Because I just burned a bunch of time running around in circles. Somnium activate. Do it. Come on, Bart, say the words. Oh, shit. You gotta tell me when I forget to turn the sound on. Oh, my goodness. There we go.
Somnium scan. Activate.
So the TV is apparently mental lock number 1. The windows are mental lock number 2. See, I was reading the chat and typing. Mental lock number 3 is on the floor in the shadows cast by the window. And mental lock 4, I don't know what it meant. It was in the darkness behind me. A mysterious room, yada, yada, yada. All right. We are going to turn around and interact with this door because that takes like literally no time.
A double door.
We're going to open it. Oh, and it takes 1/6 the time out of 5 seconds. Really? What a weird thing. Okay. It won't open.
It doesn't open. We don't have to worry about it.
Oh, I lost 5 seconds, but I gained a thing. Let's do it again.
A double door.
Tackle the double door and get a 1/3 time reduction. Let's do it.
Hiya! Hiya!
Stop that. You're not helping.
Oh, yes, I am. All right, now we've got a thing to reduce our time. So we're gonna go over to the TV, and we're gonna
CRT TV.
I think we're gonna spin the dial, but first we're gonna use the 1/6 time because Jesus Christ, 30 seconds is a long time. I guess that's a 30-second video. Time, yes. Use to spin the dial. What do you think? I need. Come here. I need input from the peanut gallery. Do I hit it or do I spin the dial? It feels like Bubba. It feels like hitting it's the way to go. But my first impulse was spin the dial. Bubba, go. Get down. You cannot be on my face like that. Come here. Just sit. Just sit down. Help me. Anybody? Nobody? Nobody's got an opinion? What if I just held you all hostage until someone said something? Oh my God, flip a coin, whatever. Then again, there's a decent delay in the stream, so I should, I'm sure Hot Lava Tube is typing a magnum opus. Hot Lava Tube says, probably spin, but I do love a good percussive maintenance. All right, I'll go with my gut. My gut said spin the dial. Because, why default to violence, even if it's the most amusing? That doesn't mean it's always correct. Spinning the dial, here we go. Hey, sit. It didn't work. Oh, no, it did. Okay.
Stop!
Who is being choked and why? Was that Hitomi? Was that her mom? Iris's mom? Because we're in Iris's head.
What is this video?
It is difficult to believe, but these are the faces of the victims of the original Cyclops killer.
Oh.
What?
Interesting.
What is going on here? Iris, what are you hiding?
We should continue. There are more objects to inspect now.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we got objects to inspect. Checkpoint safe. Mental lock has been opened. Saw the murder video. Done. Negative timey. You picked up a timey that has a negative effect. Oh, yeah. Negative timeys can multiply time or force you to use them if you pick one up. Be careful. That's what it was. That's what it was. Oh, the time is still counting down, so I can't spend too long trying to get out of here. I mean, let's just go. Let's go for the closest thing. Can I interact with the mirror? I can.
A full body mirror.
Oh, boy. Well, let's look in the mirror, but we're going to use... Oh, it's forcing me to use it. I can just leave. Damn. Let's cheat a bit. Let's go back and interact with these doors again.
A double door.
It's going to force me to use the timey, and I'll only lose 10 seconds. So we're going to try to open it again. That's the smart play. Let's blow 110 seconds.
No, we don't have to worry about it.
Na 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 na. Nay 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 nay. Nee nee na no no no. Nanu nanu.
A full body mirror.
Okay. I mean, we're gonna look in the mirror, even if I don't want that tiny. Oh, shit.
A torso in the reflection.
A torso? Not you?
Is there any meaning to this?
I can't say. But what is going on?
Okay.
A full body mirror.
You know what? Now I'm going to use that 30 seconds to reduce talking to the mirror down to 30 seconds. Rather than, and then I'll get a 1/5 out of it. Shit. No, God damn it. How do I strategize this? That would cut the time down by 25 seconds. However, if I punch it, it'll only increase the time by 30 seconds, or by 5 seconds. I want to talk to it, but getting the 1/3 time out of a 55er would bring me down to 20-something seconds. I can't math this stuff. I'm going with my gut. We're using 30 seconds to talk to the mirror. Let's go. Timey will not be used. Oh. No. I forgot to select it. There we go. All right. Timey. Thanks for the warning.
Can you talk?
Can you talk?
Oh shit, it
What?
talks back.
Don't copy me.
What? Don't copy me.
Okay, that was a
Pervert.
pure waste of
Date is a
time.
pervert.
Pervert. Dante is a pervert.
Why do I have to get called a pervert?
Hentai.
Twice.
Hentai des. All right, now we got a 1/5 timing. Let's
Five
talk.
minutes left,
A
Dante.
full body mirror.
Wow, I just lost like 80 seconds. We're gonna use the 1/5 timing to punch the mirror. Let's go.
Are you sure I can break this mirror?
No, I don't think you have the strength to break it.
Then why did you ask me to, pervert?
What's
Just
perverted
punch
about
it,
punching
and
the mirror?
I'm not a pervert. You see? It won't break.
What was the point of that?
All right. How do I use retry? Oh, time lock 1. Yes, we're gonna use a retry. Return to this checkpoint. Yes. Okay, so starting with the mirror was not the way to go. We have tested that theory. Oh no! But I now have a timey that I got to get rid of. Still,
A double door.
a double door. We're gonna lose 5 seconds here. There we go.
It doesn't open. We don't have to worry about it.
Very interesting way they phrase things sometimes. All right, let's go to the torso.
A torso with a head.
If it has a head, is it still called a torso?
What would you call it?
A mannequin. I guess we should choke it because that's what we saw on the television. Oh no! But we're gonna push it because this represents what's his name? Renju on the countertop. He got pushed off the countertop. All right, so we're gonna use 1/3 time to push. Here we go. Oh, it doesn't work.
No
Son of a
use.
biscuit.
Their guard is up. You have to loosen them up first.
What do you mean?
But the traditional approach would be to start with a massage.
If you are not going to help, should I choke you instead?
He is a pervert.
You should try that on them. They might be into that.
Date, please stop.
He might try not saying perverted things. All right. I think we're gonna
Torso with a head.
Restart this anyway. Let's hit it. Nope.
Nothing special happens.
You don't have the muscle mass. You need to do some training.
What would be the point of that? I do not have muscles.
That's what I just said.
I cannot wait for the day I have enough muscle to punch you in the face. It will be splendid.
Okay.
5 minutes left,
A
Dante.
torso with a head.
Yep. Let's use the 1/5 and choke it out and see what happens. Oh, something's happening. Okay, we made some progress.
Even my consciousness is being affected.
While I was unconscious, the room changed.
I'm tired of this. But we have no choice but to investigate.
All right, mental lock number 2. Strangle the body. Okay, there is now a medicine bottle.
A drug bottle that holds some kind of liquid.
If we smell it, it's going to give us a ×2 we got to get rid of. I'm going to burn the 30-second timey to acquire the ×2.
A syrupy smell, like sweet almonds.
Syrup? You think they were baking a cake or something?
If it isn't syrup, it's nitroglycerin.
Why is that here?
Nitroglycerin reacts violently upon light impact. It needs to be mixed to lower its sensitivity.
Mixed with what?
Acetone.
Acetone?
It is best that we do not disturb this for now.
Right.
Kick over the table. Kick over the table. Do it. All right. Oh, a 30-second timey. It's going to add 30 seconds no matter what I do, but we had to sniff it. What else? Well, the next closest object is the barrel. That is not an object we can interact with. What are these over here? Those are also not things we can interact with. Son of a gun. There are pipes in the ceiling. Oh, there's a gun. Let's go interact with the gun.
A revolver.
Is it real?
It appears that way.
Let's just do it. We're gonna jump up and grab the gun.
Shonen?
Don't say it!
Jump. Well, that was
I
dumb.
did the best I could. I am not a cyborg, and thus I cannot reach that height. This is not my fault.
Nobody's blaming you.
All right. Probably gonna run out of time.
4 minutes.
I know.
A revolver.
Let's investigate. Whoops. Burning all the timies.
It is a pistol. It appears to be fixed with a vise.
Why would this be here?
What's this? The trigger. There is a stick in the hole of the trigger guard.
That's suspicious.
Certainly unusual. And now an operating table.
An operating table.
We could sleep on the table. Let's sleep on the table and see what happens. You wake up
How does it feel?
dead.
Awful. Am I going to be killed? Modified? I'm restless. I can't take the suspense.
Do you think they'll modify you into a grasshopper or a spider?
That's not what I'm talking about. It's an operating table.
3 minutes, Date.
Sure is. Well, now we're going to perform surgery. Because we got a 1/6 timey to use. That's a good discount.
Who do you intend I operate on?
Can you just pretend to do it?
Pretend to do it?
Boy, you gotta get out of my face.
Nothing's happening. How disappointing.
Damn. I thought it might trigger a memory to recreate itself or something.
Perhaps you should abandon that line of thinking.
Okay, running out of time. Well, the only thing we haven't done
It's an operating table.
is investigate. So let's do that. And that's going to burn a whole lot of time. It is what it is.
The fabric on the surface is frayed. It appears to be in use despite its age.
They did surgery here?
Surgical tables
Surgery
don't have
or
fabric,
worse.
do they? All right. Now we're going to back it up to time lock number 2. And try this again. Because that was a whole lot of wasted time doing nothing. All right. That was just after we had investigated the bottle? Oh, no. Just after we had done Bubba. No. You got to get out of my face. Beat it to death. What did I do to move things forward? Or did I? Have I moved a single thing forward in this whole time? Let's investigate the gun.
A revolver.
Is it real?
It appears that way.
Hot Lava Tube says, "Get him, Bubba. Go for the left eyeball." Let's investigate, because jumping was useless.
It is a pistol. It appears...
Why would this be here? What's this? That's suspicious. Yada yada. All right. Oh shit. There's another TV? Why did I not see that stuff in the corner? Okay, let's go watch that TV.
An old television.
Scheiße. Well, I guess we're going to turn the dial. Let's go. TV probably gives the cheat sheet for the lock. Oh, hope so. So here's another victim. Oh, rock to the face. And someone's watching them do it. I wonder what the significance is between,
That video showed the face of a victim of the original Cyclops killer. It appeared to be the second victim.
What is going on? Iris has something to do with the first Cyclops case?
Unknown. I do not have enough information.
Guess that means we have to investigate more.
Indeed. The oil drum, shelf, and another torso have been added.
oh,
Let's go.
Scheiße. Hot Lava Tube says, oh, thought he was pooping on the body for a second. Sure looked like it. There is a shelf. There is a used computer, or whatever that says in the background. Strangled the body, and now we're on to other stuff. I guess we go... Yona says, hi, Ben. Hi, everybody. Hey, Yona. Welcome. I guess we just got to go over here and see what happens. A gas canister. We don't use that yet. Right? Not yet. So it'll have to be shelf. Oh, not shelf. This shelf.
Only a shelf.
Pull or push. Well, son of a gun. We're going to use a 1/6 timey, and we're going to push.
That shelf sticking out. It seems odd.
I guessed the right one. Yes, I did. Hot Lava Tube says, you missed the part where he dropped Mizuki off at the orphanage. Yona says, I'm not evicted just yet. I got work to do this week, though. Good news. Watch out. Watch out. Don't get hit on the head by the ball.
What? What happened?
A metal ball must have fallen off the shelf.
Why would anyone put that there?
Well, let's look at the iron ball.
An iron ball. It looks quite heavy.
Kicking it and throwing it looks like it's not going to work. And balancing on it seems like a stupid idea. Which means it must be the right idea, right? Right? 1/6 time. So I want her to kick it, right? Balance on the ball. I'm going with balancing. We will kick it if this doesn't work.
In this form, I have impeccable balance. Due to the antennae on my head.
That's not hair?
Antenna.
That's kind of creepy.
Oh? Would you like to see an augmented reality in which my antennae rub all over you?
Yes, please.
Wow, what lovely antennae you have. So cute.
Okay, that got us a little silly bit of dialogue. All right, now we're going to kick it, I guess.
An iron ball.
We're going to use 1/3 time to kick it. What did you think was going to happen?
You okay? Miss Iba.
Do they give us time-wasting things, or am I just doing it out of order?
Are you okay?
This is nothing. Date, be logical. We must continue with the investigation. But it hurts!
Why would you
Shouldn't have kicked
program
it so
yourself
hard.
to feel pain? All right. Just for the
An
sake
iron
of
ball.
whatever, we're gonna throw it. And it's gonna waste a whole lot of time. Let's go.
Where should I throw it?
Throw it that way.
Understood.
So she is capable of picking
It
it
is
up.
unexpectedly light.
Son of a biscuit.
All right. Yeah!
That's what we were supposed to do from the beginning. All right.
I feel like that ball hit me in the head.
Now, a TV and an old book have appeared.
I hope this is the last time.
We're gonna back it up. Oh, that was the lock. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely gonna back it up and not waste our time. And then we'll be stuck with hoping we don't waste time for the rest of it. I want to do that because that was a lot of wasted time. I can't go back. Oh, you can only go back to each one once. Oh, it costs 2 to retry. Well, son of a gun. Well, we got no choice but to go right ahead. All right, there's another TV. Denied, indeed. Oh, I'm gonna fail this one.
old-fashioned TV.
It sucks. It looks like turning the dial works pretty well, but this one is probably gonna make me hit it. But we're still gonna try to turn the dial first. All right, turning the dial does work. Damn, this girl got shot in the face.
Help me! Help me!
There's always a second person watching.
This was the third victim of the original Cyclops killer.
Why does Iris know that?
There is a possibility that she saw it online or on TV.
She even reproduced the circumstances of the killing. Would her imagination explain that?
Date, we have no direct evidence. For now, we must continue investigating.
Right.
Now there are lockers. Man, they make you run. Oh, the worn out reference. Well, let's go look at the book. It's probably a red herring.
It is a thick book.
About butterflies. Excuse me. Well, we're going to read it because that's what books are for, right? Unless we're supposed to rip a page out of it, which we will try next.
It has not been well preserved. Most of the ink has faded.
Can you tell what kind of book it is?
It is probably a book on... insects! It's a book on insects!
Look at her face!
Don't get excited. I know how you love bugs. Does this book belong to Iris?
I didn't know she liked insects, and to read the book so often that it wears out.
Well, we can't prove it's Iris's.
True. We cannot conclude anything.
You have less than 2 minutes, Date.
Well,
Hurry.
did that move me forward? Is that a good thing? If I'm either going to waste time attempting something else here that does nothing for me, or I'm going to waste time running back over here to check it a second time. Son of a biscuit. Locker.
Just a locker.
Just a locker, you say? Oh boy. Okay. Let's see. If I use 1/3 time on 90 seconds, that'll drop me down to 30. So I might as well use the 30 seconds to drop it down to 30. Let's go. We're going to open it. Ooh.
Iba?
Oh, nice.
It's all right. More importantly,
That did a thing. It's a Rube Goldberg machine. And demonetized. What did I say? Did I say something to demonetize, or was it something in the game? I have no idea what's going on. We made some progress. I might not fail this after all. Alba got a little too excited about insects. She sure did. She showed us her yandere side. Oh, what? What is happening? Oh, please just let this be the end. This is the big payoff, right? The grand finale. And then it's going to trigger the gun. And the gun's going to shoot something. I'm like, why is that pipe wedged? Oh, no, it isn't, I guess. Oh, it's going to flip the nitroglycerin. This'll trip the gun. It shot something on the table. And now it's time for the Goldberg machine. Oh my God, this will get me demonetized. Even if it's just cartoon violence. Good thing I'm not monetized anyway. Hey, we did it! Oh God. Get me out of here. I did not want to do all that again. Awaken. Shoot the body. Day 3. Iris A. acquired. With 78 seconds to spare, don't mind if I do. Day 3, Sunday, Gum Eye. Or Gumai?
What happened in that Somnium?
We saw it too.
The 4 murdered women are without a doubt the victims of the original Cyclops serial killings.
That means...
The murders that occurred 6 years ago are these memory fragments that coalesced in this Somnium.
No. That means the person who killed them was...
We're going to pause right there. finish what I was saying with Yona's. Yona said, and now it's time for the Goldberg machine. Every crime detective game has to have one. Of course. And, uh-oh, you glitched there for a second. I'm still glitching. What the hell's... So if, Okay, hold on. If Iris is the killer, the original Cyclops killer, that means she did it when she was 12, because it was 6 years ago, and she's 18 now. Meaning she had a mentor. Meaning it's possible Mizuki is the new killer if there's something about 6-year-old girls or 12-year-old girls being mentored by killers to become new killers. What is going on here? That means the person who killed them was... Who was that guy in the picture? Some blonde dude. Do we know a blonde dude? Hot Lava Tube says it's a 6-year correspondence course in serial killing, right? Whatever happened to correspondence courses? I guess now we have YouTube videos, like the same thing. They don't give you a certification, though, but you can't... How do you prove to anyone you actually watched it or learned anything? Boss, what is going on here? Tell me about the original Cyclops serial killings.
Didn't I tell you? The entire case is a state secret. No matter how many times you ask, I won't tell you anything.
Even if it stops me from solving this case? What's wrong with you people? All right, what about the original killings?
The Cyclops killer appeared 6 years ago. I lost my memory 6 years ago. There has to be some kind of connection.
There isn't. It's a coincidence.
You
Really?
liar.
Really.
Look at her face. I don't like her face now. I thought she was cute. Now I think she's a liar. Hot Lava Tube says, now you have to go to University of Phoenix, probably. I guess that is online school. It's correspondence courses. Literally. Hot Lava Tube says, you were her mentor? See, now that goes back to my original theory that... Well, not original theory. One of the theories I threw out there, I think, the other day, which... never mind. Yeah, 12 days ago, Martin Shaughnessy subscribed, and it literally just popped up in my... Streamlabs feed today. Well, there you go, Martin. I hope you're out there watching. Thanks for the sub. That Date was the original serial killer, and they put the eyeball in him, to turn him into a detective and suppress his memories, and I don't know. It's possible. Anything's possible. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. All right. Tell me about the blue figure from the sink.
Help me understand this. What I saw during the sink earlier, that was the scene of the original Cyclops serial killings, right?
Yeah.
So the person doing the killing was the original Cyclops killer.
Right.
Did you see him? He was...
I saw your face. The original Cyclops killer was...
It can't be.
Wait a
It's
minute.
impossible.
Did I legit call that?
You cannot say that for certain. You have no memories past 6 years ago.
So perhaps, Mr. Date, you are the killer.
Okay,
You're missing your left eye.
That's how we got introduced to the idea. He said it, and I'm like, that seems legit. Hot Lava Tube says, yeah, I was wondering if the robot eyeballs were a part of a criminal rehabilitation program. Why stick someone in a prison at your expense or kill them, wasting their talent? He was obviously, so he got caught, but he got away with it. He killed 4 people. It's clever in very unique, interesting ways. And you put that talent to work if you can harness it. Why destroy something useful when you can turn it to your advantage instead?
So you steal them from others.
I'm kidding. You can't be the Cyclops killer.
Really?
Of course not. Do you think I would hire a serial killer?
Yes.
You interrogated Iris before the sink. What you saw in the Somnium was just a manifestation of the fear you put in her.
That's a little convenient. That's a little flimsy, is what I would say. That ain't gonna hold water. All right, boss. Why did the original serial killer appear in Iris's Somnium?
You can't dream of something you know nothing about.
That means Iris must know about the killings.
6 years ago, Iris was 12.
I did
Did
the
she
math.
witness the crime at age 12? And not just one, but all 4?
Hot Lava Tube says, boss taps panic button a few times. She keeps reaching up to touch her hair. What if she's got an earpiece in and she's tapping out a SOS. Do 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 do. Boss has a serious look on her face. All right, let's go with pewter. Hold on. Let's go with pewter like this. There we go. Okay. Why don't you tell me about the original Cyclops killer?
Remember what the boss said this morning. The original Cyclops killer has yet to be brought to justice. After the investigation got going, it was taken over by the government and classified. That was the last we heard anything about it. Of course, they paid lip service to the idea that the investigation was ongoing, but in reality, it was dropped completely.
How about that red figure from the sink?
In the Somnium earlier, I saw someone else who might be the criminal. Who was he?
I wouldn't know.
Every great artiste hopes for a worthy apprentice. Hot Lava Tube says there's no reason to classify the investigation unless they found the killer. I'm saying that seems most likely. And let's say the boss, she says she hired Date, but did she know him before 6 years ago? Was he brought to her as a new hire and that's all she knows? So she's not actually lying, but it's not the truth either. Pewter, why do you think the original Cyclops killer appeared in Iris's Somnium?
The sinker does not always experience the somnium they expect. Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones.
Especially.
When using the sync machine for an investigation, we don't always see the memories we expect to see. True, oftentimes a subject will subconsciously want to express their dark secrets and repressed memories. That is why we see them so often in Somnia, and why those Somnia are so useful for criminal investigations. But this is not a guarantee. We cannot control the content of our dreams, after all.
Usually. Looks like he had more to say on that subject. Let's go.
It's like I told you before. Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones. This can be expressed as an equation. Dream D equals memory A plus memory B plus memory C. This, of course, means that Dream D is a fictional event. However, the same cannot necessarily be said about memory A, B, and C. Those happened in reality. In other words, fiction is built from combinations of reality.
So what I saw in Somnium earlier...
Yes, I believe Iris actually witnessed those events.
So what Pewter's describing is pretty accurate to what I believe I understand about dreams. Hot Lava Tube says Ben starts planning a new book on bespoke dream cultivation. That may be the one book I am incapable of writing on this subject. I do not have lucid dreams. They do exist. They're a thing. They're an experience that people have. At the very least, they are having the dream experience that they have control of a dream. Now, how to induce that? There are many suggested methods, none of which I have experimented with, none of which I think are likely to work for me, because from what I know so far, and that could change, but tentatively, it seems that the way people dream, the way they experience their dreams is unique to the person and based in biology. So I'm someone who does not tend to remember their dreams. I don't think I can change that based on anything I do. I don't think I can force myself to become a person who starts lucid dreaming. I think either you can or you can't. I think. That's my current working theory. Could be wrong, but there's that applies to a lot of other different areas of life in general. I mean, I think it's a solid assumption, or at least solid hypothesis to run with for now, until I see something wildly contradictory. So we'll see. Pewter believes Iris actually witnessed those events. Pewter, do you think all memories are real? Speaking for myself, I think they are not. And it's hard to tell how real they are, how true to the events. But it all starts with our perception. There was a psych professor ran a live social experiment in one of his classes where he had a person break in, a student in a hoodie, come and rob him on stage as he was giving a lecture and wave a gun at the audience and the professor, and he handed over his wallet, and the crowd was gasping, and some people pick up their phones to call for help, and it was over in a flash. It was 10 seconds. They couldn't even dial 911 in that time, and most people were still in shock. And the professor said, okay, calm down. That was a social experiment. Everyone's fine. I didn't get robbed. Not really. Tell me about the assailant. What did you see? How tall were they? What race were they? What was their their skin color, or what was the color of the hoodie they were wearing? And he got different answers from a bunch of different people. And I don't think anyone had perfect recall. Everyone was in a state of shock. Everyone had a slightly different perspective on it. And aggregating or averaging, to say, okay, well, look, more than 50% of the class had red hoodie, so that must be it. There's no way to tell. It turned out everyone got something wrong. And it was all because, memories. So eyewitness testimony is not always the most reliable. Even if you say, yes, it was definitely him. He was definitely wearing that shirt. He definitely had a gun that would look like this one, that one, or the other. And we see that in some of the Perry Mason style courtroom drama stuff where they go, is this the gun he used? And the person on the stand goes, yes, definitely. And he goes, Your Honor, I'd like to inform the jury that, in fact, this is not the gun we recovered from the scene. It was this gun instead. And the witness looks dumb. Anyway, long story short on that, Pewter, are all memories real? Let's go.
Pewter, you said that memories happen in reality, right? But what about false memories?
Memories are formed by reality, but you never know just how false they are. Hot Lava Tube says, the killer was Ben the DreamWizard. Dun, dun, dun.
How do we know if the memory really happened?
Even false memories are built from the pieces of real ones.
True.
If you disassemble those pieces, you will find real events.
Mostly.
What about things you see in movies or television?
Also possible.
The events might be fictional, but the experience is not.
No, that's true.
Our imaginations are limited to what we have seen. We cannot invent something whole cloth.
That is actually a very powerful psychological truth. People think we can invent new things because they're like, how does anything ever get invented? Well, you can do this right now. Try to imagine a color you've never seen. You can't do it. Nobody can. What we can imagine is combinations, new combinations of things that have never existed before. And that doesn't mean the things they're composed of doesn't exist. It means literally we can only work with what we've got. You can only build using the atomic structure of the universe. We are incapable of imagining something that truly does not exist, that is made out of component parts that don't exist. Try it for yourself. Try to imagine something completely new and then challenge yourself to say, okay, is that really new? Like, honestly, if you can think of something, anything that's never existed before, it's going to be built of other things that do exist that you have seen before. Hot Lava Tube says, all memories have a certificate of authenticity. You can use the QR code to look it up. Yeah, lots of good psychology in this. All right, Pewter. Last but not least, what about the original and the new incidents?
I don't believe there's any meaningful connection. Between the original and new Cyclops serial killings, I mean.
Why is that?
The culprit is not the same. I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes.
Because he's standing
How
right
can
here
you be
in front
so
of me.
sure?
Because I can. Don't worry about it. Just trust me.
Okay. I'm starting to think Date is the killer. But okay, here's the thing though. This is a very Japanese thing too, but it's also just a clever storytelling mechanic. If you have your memory wiped and you would develop a new personality and you have no memory of anything you did before, you may still be the same person physically, but you are not the same person mentally. Who we are is comprised of the sum total of our experiences and memories of those experiences that build our identity. It's a little bit different than personality. Personality is more temperament. You know, you may have a cranky personality. You may have a quiet, shy personality. That's different from identity of who you are. So if they tell him, listen, Date, you are not the killer. Even if he is, what they're telling him is, Date's not the killer. He was somebody else before. So this is not off the table. Hot Lava Tube says, unless Pewter is using his little device to insert memories of the killings into other people so they confess. Oh, that's a good one. I mean, he does dress like a supervillain. When he finally breaks down into maniacal laughter and says, I was right under your nose the whole time. We'll go, yeah, he kind of did look like a supervillain with that popped collar and his green unitard, weird gray, scientific-y looking suit. All right, summarize it for me, Pewter. I didn't learn anything from speaking with Boss and Pewter. If anything, the mystery only grew deeper. Pewter shook me from my thoughts.
Dante, it looks like Iris is about to wake up.
Got it.
I headed into the sync room. Now we get a cutscene.
Hey, Iris. About that dream earlier.
Here's what we need to do. We're going to pause it right there. And we're going to save it because it's been a minute. It's been an hour. I'm going to go back to the top. Yes. All right. And it is break time. I'm sweating like a pig. I got to turn the air conditioning back on and go to the bathroom, stretch my legs, all that good stuff. This poor cat, he finally got comfortable. He's finally asleep. I should not get up. He's probably the reason I'm way sweaty and overheating. I got sweat like hair gel. I could plaster it down to my head. All right. I'm going to duck out for about 10 minutes. Oh, boy. I'm so sorry. And then we will continue. At some point in the rotation of these AI songs that play during the breaks, you're going to start seeing material that is not yet available live on the AI radio channel. And I hope you enjoy. So enjoy it for what it is. Yep, I'll be right back.
Benjamin the DreamWizard wants to help you pierce the veil of night and shine the light of understanding upon the mystery of dreams. Every episode of his Dreamscapes program features real dreamers gifted with rare insight into their nocturnal visions. New Dreamscapes episodes appear every week on YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, and other video hosting platforms, as well as free audiobooks exploring the psychological principles which inform our dream experience, and much, much more. To join the Wizard as a guest, reach out across more than a dozen social media platforms and through the contact page at benjaminthedreamwizard.com, where you will also find the Wizard's growing catalog of historical dream literature available on Amazon, documenting the wisdom and wonder of exploration into the world of dreams over the past 2,000 years. That's Benjamin the Dream Wizard on YouTube and at benjaminthedreamwizard.com.
How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach when feeling out of sight. For the ends of being and ideal grace, I love thee to the level of everyday most quiet need. By sun and candlelight, I love thee freely as men strive for right. I love thee purely as they turn from prey. I love thee with the passion put to you in my old griefs and with my childhood's faith. I love thee with the love I seem to lose. With my lost saints, I love thee with the breath, smiles, tears of all my life. And if God choose, I shall but love thee better after death.
There are hermit souls that live drawn in the peace of his self-content. There are souls like stars that dwell apart in a fellowless firmament. There are pioneer souls that blaze their paths where highways never ran. But let me live by the side of the road and be a friend to man. Let me live in a house by the side of the road where the race of men go by. The men who are good and the men who are bad, as good and as bad as I. I would not sit in the scorner's seat or hurl the cynic's ban. Let me live in a house by the side of the road and be a friend to man. me from my house by the side of the road, by the side of the highway of life. The men who press with the ardor of hope, the men who are faint with the strife. But I turn not away from their smiles nor their tears, both parts of an infinite plan. Let me live in my house by the side of the road and be a friend to man. I know there are brook-glad meadows ahead and mountains of Arizona high, that the road passes on through the long afternoon and stretches away to the night. But still I rejoice when the travelers rejoice and weep with the strangers that moan, nor live in my house by the side of the road like a man who dwells alone. Let me live in a house by the side of the road where the race of men go by. They are good, they are bad, they are weak, they are strong, wise, foolish, so am I. Then why should I sit in the scorner's seat or hurl the cynic's ban? Let me live in a house by the side of the road and be a friend to man.
When in disgrace with fortune in men's eyes, I all alone beweep my outcast state, and trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself and curse my fate. Wishing me luck to one more rich and whole, feature like him with friends possessed, desire in this man's heart and that man's scope, with what I most enjoy contented least. Wish me like to one more rich and whole. Wish me like to one more rich and whole. Wish me like to one more rich and whole.
Yet in these thoughts myself almost despising, happily I think on thee, and then my state, like to the lark at break of day arising from sullen earth, sings hymns at heaven's gate. For thy sweet love remembered such wealth brings, that then I scorn to change my state with kings. For thy sweet love remembered such wealth brings, that then I scorn to change my state with kings.
Poetry by William
For thy
Shakespeare.
sweet love, remember such wealth brings that then I scorn to change my state with kings.
Composition by yours truly at Wizard Benjamin.
I love it.
More music on YouTube and Rumble at Real AI Radio. We interrupt this regularly scheduled break with a very important announcement. The show is back. I hope you all hung in there through the break and enjoyed the brand new music. The special sneak preview, those will not be released. Well, one of them got released today, and one of them will be released next week. And the next one won't be released for a couple of months from now because I swapped a song out to release last week's song earlier. So, all right, let's move right ahead. Hot Lava Tube says, stop using the pee sink. Use the toilet like everyone else. Instructions unclear. Dick stuck in toaster.
Dream? What dream?
There is no point in asking her, Date. The subject of a sink does not experience somnium in the way that you do. They will not remember it.
And what about the Cyclops killer from 6 years ago?
Yona says, I did great music, Ben. Thank you very much. Or great new music. Yeah,
Cyclops killer?
I'm glad you liked
I
it.
remember hearing it on the news. But I was just a little girl. I don't remember anything specific.
You don't?
No,
What about the scene of the murder?
I don't know. I've never been there.
But
Is that possible?
Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones.
So it's possible she was there.
You can't dream of something you know nothing about.
So they say. And I guess they're probably right. So she could have been the red figure watching it all happen. Or she was the one that did it and it's been blocked out. Her memory's been altered. I mean, if I can lose my memory, they can cause other people to lose their memory, right?
Date, could you take Iris home?
Huh?
We do not have enough evidence to hold her. Even in Somnium, we couldn't find anything.
No proof
The law demands that we release her.
that she specifically did the crimes.
You cannot decline, Date.
Gotta say, she doesn't look like a killer to me, but I have a bias in favor of cute young women. She couldn't be the killer. Look at that punum. You just want to pinch those
Date,
cheeks.
could we make a stop first?
Sure. Where?
Marble. It's a bar in Golden Yokocho.
At the serial killer resupply store.
You know about that place?
Friend, you took her there.
Mr. Okiura took me before.
Yep.
Why do you want to go there?
There's something I want to talk about.
We can't talk here?
It might take a while.
What do you think?
There's no reason to refuse.
Do it. Why not?
Besides, there's a lot I want to ask her, too.
You got a suspect who wants to keep talking. You don't say no.
All right, sure.
Iris nodded and pulled out her phone. Is she sending a Nile message to someone? I was curious, but I didn't want to pry. A detective that doesn't want to ask questions. Wait. He'll tell you he's not a detective. Fair enough. He's a detective. I turned the wheel and drove to Marble. You're on a straight road. Don't turn the wheel. That's a bad idea. Marble, Sunday, 9:41 p.m. Doink, doink. When we walked in, I didn't see Mama anywhere. To my surprise, Ota was sitting at the counter. Okay, I should have said so. She's texting Ota. Knew I should have said it.
Tessa!
Oh, Ota!
Wait a minute. She wasn't texting Ota. He's surprised to see her, and she's surprised to see him, unless Iris told Ota, pretend you're surprised to see me. All right. Some tells me we do not... We're looking at it from the other side of the room now. Does that remind you of the REM poster? Losing My... does the poster remind you of the REM song, Losing My Religion? It kind of does. That's what's like. If that's not Jesus, that's something else. Someone tied up with like arrows stuck into him. No bueno. There's music playing over the radio. I was hoping it would give me the option to turn it off. All right, let's talk to Ota. Never thought I'd run into you here.
I was nihiling with Tessa earlier.
Oh, so they were texting. What? Why did they pretend to be surprised to see each other? And then just confess? Hot Lava Tube says Date shows off his Tokyo Drift moves. Deja Vu begins to play.
She said she was going to Marble, so... I got here just before you did.
Okay, so they were talking, and he decided to just show up on his own. He didn't ask her if he could come. She didn't tell him to come. All right. This time.
Look, I was really worried about her. She was about to be charged with a serious crime.
Isn't your phone broken?
No, this is my new one. You're thinking of the one I dropped in that puddle.
I was thinking of that phone. All right, then, where's Mama?
Oh, she left a little while ago. She said something about going to help an acquaintance. She told me to watch the place until she got back.
How well do you know Mama?
Not at all. It's my first time here.
I wasn't particularly surprised. Mama's always depended on the kindness of strangers, ever since she opened Marble, which is a reference to a streetcar named Desire. I've always depended upon the kindness of strangers. All right, what was that thing about?
This actually works out nicely. I want to ask you something, Ota. It's about a Nile message you sent Iris. You said you wouldn't tell anyone about that thing.
Accusing me of a lot of stuff. They're going to think I did it. It's okay, Tessa. Stay calm. I'm here for you, okay? I won't tell anyone about that thing, not even if they torture me. Don't worry, I promise to protect you.
That you'd stay quiet no matter what. What were you talking about?
Nothing.
Well,
I'll tell her about the two-witter thing. I swear I'll do it.
Geez, fine. Just don't tell anyone else, okay? But before I tell you, who's that?
What?
At the door. Someone's standing outside.
Is that true? Oh, you son of a bitch. Ooh, the electric shock shut down Iba too, so she can't tell me what's going on. I thought it was a trick, and then I thought, well, maybe there's someone outside. Day 4, Monday, Juke Eye. Marble, Monday at 2:48 a.m. So hours passed into the night. Were they counting on Mama not coming back? Did he shock Mama and stuff her in a box somewhere in the back? Hot Lava Tube says, I bet Iba is like the Portal personality cores there to suppress his memory. Entirely possible. That is part of the theory. So they didn't take him anywhere. They just knocked him out for a while so they could talk, get their story straight. When I woke up, I was lying on the sofa.
Where am I?
My head was killing me, and my memory was foggy. I felt a sudden pain in my neck. That's what happens when you fall over. Crack your skull. And there's Mama. I shot up, rubbing my neck. When I looked over the counter, I saw a monster staring back at me. That's not very nice. It took me a few seconds before I realized it was just Mama.
It looks like you're awake now.
As Mama spoke to me, it all came rushing back. I remembered everything. That punk kid. What time is it?
It'll be 3 o'clock soon.
Last call.
In the morning, of course.
Why didn't you wake me up?
I tried. You wouldn't budge. I thought you were passed out drunk, so I left you like that.
But I didn't have a glass in front of me, right?
So you weren't drunk?
Didn't have a single drop.
Oh, I thought you were drinking straight out of the bottle. Just like the old days.
Where's Ota?
Ota? The boy I asked to watch the bar?
I'd say he's too old to be called a boy, but yeah.
He was already gone when I came back. All I saw was you getting your beauty sleep on the floor.
Damn it, Ota. What are you thinking?
No
it
bueno.
appears that he took off with Iris.
Of course he did.
What were you doing during all this?
I was unconscious too.
My power was shut down due to the stun gun. I have rebooted in safe mode and am now operational.
All right then. Well, of course we get a call.
Date, the boss is calling.
We'll answer it.
Oh, how am I gonna report this one?
Date, listen. Stay calm, but this is an emergency. Just now, the killer... Well, just watch the video.
Struck again.
I sent the address to Iba.
Oh, shit. Maybe Ota is the killer. Oh, fuck. She's still alive. But they took her eye. Okay, maybe she's not the killer. Oh, boy. Wrong time.
No, that's...
The criminal is streaming this live.
Iba, the source.
Identified. The Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse, Koto District.
Let's roll.
Okiura?
Date, focus. We need to get to the site, now.
Wow, is she gonna die? I thanked Mama and ran out of marble. No time for thanks. There's a time to speed. That's
What's
it.
our ETA?
Our destination is far from here. 20 minutes at the fastest.
Well, then go faster.
Please let me make it in time.
Bubba, get your whiskers out of my nose.
That sick bastard!
Oh, shit. We're gonna watch her die. She is gonna die. There's no way to get there in time.
Tessa! Hold on! I'll save you!
Ota!
Oh, he shut it down.
Stay away from Tessa! Ah!
He gonna get his ass kicked. I kept my foot on the gas the whole time. Let me see if it'll let me catch up with the chat. Hot Lava Tube says, plot twist, Ota is actually 63 years old. He's a mini-me. Yeah. Mama tackles you and won't let you leave until you pay your bar tab. I don't suppose Iba can hack the power grid? Oh, that'd be nice, yeah. Sounds highly staged. I know, right? The polar bear goes out of the frame, and the next thing we hear is Oda shout. Then he comes back into the frame. Convenient? I don't know. I can feel the sweat on my palms. I do too. I have sweat on my palms. The engine raised a high-pitched scream. Now I get the hiccups. But I could barely hear it. Yona says, Ice Bear, no! Hot Lava Tube says it was the Coca-Cola Bear all along. Sure was. With his accomplice, Santa Claus, and his dirty little elves. On the screen, the text reads, my heartbeat was pounding in my ears, shaking me to the core. Dunk dunk. Doki doki. How much time had passed? The feeling of time itself had disappeared. Hot Lava Tube says, this is what you get for choosing Pepsi. Eventually, the car had reached a long bridge. Yona says, Ben's still lacking those gaming gloves we talked about 6 months ago. Yes. How long did it take me to get glasses? Speaking of which, Sparkle bullied me into getting glasses and then disappeared. Screw her. If you're watching right now, screw you, Sparkles. Shortly after, the image changed. The bear comes back and turns it back on. Now we know where the intro video got this scene from. It was from the game all along.
It can't be.
Oh. It's gonna cut away before it actually kills him.
Stop!
Or is it? Are we gonna watch blood splatter? No! Oh shit! Oh, she dead. She dead. Yona says, I'll make sure to tell her that on Facebook. Oh, tell her I was talking mad shit about her. Maybe she'll come back. I'm in her Discord too. I could just tease her there.
No!
Wow. Oda fucked up. Oh, Oda's gonna kill himself. He took the girl away to her death. He escaped with her thinking he was saving her. Harbor Warehouse District, Monday, 3:35 a.m. Now, that is unless this was all an elaborately staged illusion to throw suspicion off Iris so she could continue with her work. But then again, the body would have to disappear, and then they would still have a missing body case. Hot Lava Tube says, I knew I shouldn't have stopped for Taco Bell, says Date. This is no time for lava shits. Yeah, there's no amount of getting there quickly that's going to save her. Wow, that's brutal. Oh, shit. The bear's in the machine. What? And where's the girl? That was Ota in the bear costume.
Ota.
What the fuck is happening? This confusion better make sense at some point. But we saw on the video her on the table, not the bear. Yona says, that's what I got too, but this game is a little too raw for that. What in the hell? Yeah, something cliche here. No, I know I didn't want Oda to die either. Police headquarters, Monday, 10:02 a.m. Doink, doink. Wow. That's some crazy shit.
there you are. Finally. I was looking all over for you.
What is even happening?
It's rare to see you down like this, but it's understandable. You blame yourself for this, don't you? Beating yourself up about taking Iris to Marble.
Okay, here's what happened. I'm putting it together in my head. It just took a moment. We did watch Iris get cut in half. And at that point, there was blood all over the screen, so we couldn't see what happened. And it cut away to Date driving. And what happened after it cut away was Ota was subdued, put into the bear suit, and put on the table, and he was also cut in half. So there is a third person, a killer, that was in the room.
And about letting Ota get the upper hand on you.
Hot Lava Tube says, "You don't get it. Ota owed me $20. Yes, that's why I'm really upset.
Am I right?
He blames
himself. Shall I tell you what Investigation HQ thinks? Ota Matsushita is a criminal stalker who committed murder-suicide.
That's a story?
Ota had a selfish love for Iris. He was under the delusion that Iris loved him too. But Iris refused Ota. So Ota decided that he and Iris should be together in the afterlife, killed her, then killed himself.
Speaking of being... Well, there you go. Yep. Speaking of being together in the afterlife, I just finished a anime on Crunchyroll called Miruko-chan. Meiruku. Miruku-chan. And apparently Miruku means I can see, and Miruku-chan would be she can see. It's about a girl who has the ability to see spirits, and she's terrified of them, and she just does everything she possibly can to pretend they're not there. And it was really well done, and there's no word of a second season, and I'm very disappointed. Meanwhile, we're just going to watch this murder about 7 or 8 times while I talk. I would recommend it. Miruku-chan. It left it in a very interesting place with a lot of potential. What I liked about it was that it was a realistic take on what would happen if a teenage girl suddenly found out she could see spirits, and they were horrifying, and she just more than anything wanted the power to go away. It's a bit of a take on the idea that a lot of anime, a lot of fighting power up shonen anime start with that, like, oh, I discover I have a special power, and now I'll join the special demon hunting corps. We've seen that over and over again. Well, this one is a more realistic take on it, but that doesn't mean it can't go towards that place of a more realistic take on what if a terrified teenage girl learned she could see spirits and then develop that power to eventually try to start helping spirits to cross over. Little Ghost Whisperer style, but then some of them are evil and malicious and dangerous, so she'll have to learn how to fight them. It'll be very, very interesting. All right, that's enough watching the murder over and over again repeatedly. Let's go. Miruko-chan. Miruko-chan. I don't think I could commit suicide.
That's ridiculous. Ota would never kill Iris.
Or himself that way.
And how do you explain the other 2 murders? Iris's left eye was hollowed out. Just like Renju and Shoko.
I should have known she wasn't going to live.
Those 3 murders were definitely executed by the same person. The new Cyclops killer. There's no way that's Ota. Too many pieces don't fit. Too many contradictions, like killing Iris.
Such as?
Now, guess who's being interrogated? Me. She's suspicious because she knows I was the last Cyclops killer. Now she's like, what did this guy do? Such as, she says, Ota's behavior during the video.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota showed himself on the stream. If he was gonna kill Iris and then himself, why would he do that? The only reason you would show yourself like that is to prove that you weren't the culprit. Ota and the polar bear on the screen at the same time would prove that they're not the same person. That behavior would be totally unnecessary if he was going to commit suicide anyway.
Well, maybe he wasn't planning on dying at first. After he killed Iris, he realized that he couldn't live with himself.
So he lies down on the workbench and turns on the ice-cutting machine himself? I don't buy it.
Besides, Ota had no incentive to kill Renju.
Maybe he was thinking like this. The reason Iris and I can't be together is because her agency prohibits it, making the president, Renju, the ultimate bad guy in his mind.
Mizuki is Ota's close friend. Do you really think Ota would kill his friend's father?
Also, Ota had no incentive to kill Shoko. There's even less of a connection there.
Shoko was married to Renju. Maybe he was trying to get at Renju by killing her.
That's a stretch. They've been divorced for years. Ota knows all about it. He wouldn't use Shoko to get to Renju.
And what about that polar bear costume?
The culprit was wearing a polar bear costume, probably to hide their identity. But if murder-suicide was the plan, the costume served no purpose.
There are some additional discrepancies. I analyzed the investigation report. Judging by his wound, Ota was stabbed in the side by a kitchen knife or something similar.
Are you sure?
I am.
So he was already injured. Probably dead. I told the boss what Iba found.
Oh, I know that.
Well?
Ota could have stabbed himself. Maybe he thought it would be a fatal wound, but when it didn't work, he went for the ice-cutting machine.
Nobody is killing
Then,
him that
shouldn't
way.
we have recovered the kitchen knife from the scene?
Maybe he threw it in the ocean.
Boss, come on. Ota goes out to the water, stabs himself in the gut, throws the knife over the side, then walks back to the warehouse?
Well, I wasn't being serious. I didn't think Ota was the culprit from the beginning. I was just playing devil's advocate for HQ.
Really?
Yes, really.
Anyway, Ota didn't kill anyone, and he didn't kill himself. Here's what I think happened.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota knew Iris was kidnapped, so he rushed onto the scene. That's when he saw the culprit wearing the polar bear costume. He tried to fight him off, but ended up being stabbed in the side. He was weakened and losing blood at the culprit's mercy. The culprit forced him into the costume, then under the ice-cutting machine. And then...
Then, who is the culprit?
I wish I knew.
We're up to 4 victims. But Ota was a special circumstance. He wasn't specifically targeted by the culprit.
Right.
Bonus killing.
And he was the only one to not have his eye pulled out.
So let's focus on the 3 other victims. Shoko, Renju, and Iris. What connects these 3?
Connections.
If you find a connection between the victims, you find a connection to the culprit. That's the theory of investigation, right?
You think the new Cyclops killer is related to them somehow?
Maybe, maybe not. But it's a good starting point.
Oh, something just occurred to me. Hitomi, Iris's mother, says she's known Renju for 20 years. They go back to school together, their school days. What if Iris was Renju's daughter with Hitomi? What if Hitomi is the killer and she blames not only Renju but Iris also for ruining her life? Alan Areola says, "Hey amigo, just logged in. This one looks interesting." Yes, it is a visual novel called The Somnium Files from 2019. It's a murder mystery, and it just got very interesting. Boy, get out of my face. You gotta get out of my face. All right, let's talk to the boss again. Baba, come on. Go. Get down. You want to come sit in my lap? Come sit in my lap, but don't walk in front of my face. Let's talk about Renju and Shoko's daughter, Mizuki.
Mizuki has the strongest connections with all three victims. Shoko and Renju were her parents, and she was close friends with Iris. She was good friends with Ota, too. But that's why I could never believe Mizuki would kill all four of them. Thinking of her as a suspect is ridiculous.
And about Ota's mother, Mayumi.
Mayumi had motive for killing Iris and Renju.
But not Ota.
Mayumi hated Iris, and she didn't think well of Lemnis Gate either. And since Renju is the president... Anyway, the weak point is Renju's ex-wife, Shoko. I can't imagine why Mayumi would kill her. And above all else, she would never harm her only son, let alone kill him.
Not a good candidate. You cats are crazy people. Stop that. All right. Oops. Go over here. Back to the boss. Well, let's look at Iris's mother, Hitomi. After Hot Lava Tube says, Shoko wouldn't share her recipe for lemon squares. She had to go.
Hitomi and Renju are definitely linked. They were high school classmates. And she did say that she met Shoko twice. But I can't imagine she would kill Iris in such a gruesome way. No matter what the circumstances were, it seems impossible to me.
Yeah, I'm not buying that theory either. Highly unlikely. Moma Kumakura.
Renju and Shoko were connected to the Kumakuras. But there's no connection to Iris.
How about Congressman So Sejima?
Renju, Shoko, and So. There is a connection between Renju and Shoko through the Kumakuras. But again, I can't see any clear link to Iris.
Not yet. All right, how about me? I seem to be connected to all these people.
I know Renju and Shoko. And I'm connected to Iris. But I have an alibi. Aside from Shoko, there's no way I could have killed any of them.
Unless he had an accomplice.
Now that I think about it, Shoko too. I don't remember killing her. My memories from 6 years ago are missing, but I still have my memory of recent events.
Do you?
And if I start doubting myself now...
Date, I can say without a doubt that there is zero possibility you are the new Cyclops killer. I have been working with you for years.
Hot Lava Tube says, and I have all this blood on my hands. Where did that come from?
I know better than anyone that you are innocent.
Well, she was shocked into
I thought it over, boss.
a reboot.
Of the people I know, I can't peg any of them as the murderer.
And no leads to pursue?
No.
Then there's only one thing you can do. Continue your investigation. Do whatever it takes to get the culprit. To get justice for the victims.
You're right. Got it, boss.
Again, in any real case, in the real world, they would probably take him off now that he was a little too close to the most recent victims. I'm wondering what to do here. I was gonna bounce anyway at about 7 o'clock. I gotta wrap it up again. A little early tonight. I think this is a good stopping point. Hot Lava Tube says, go to the Sagan residence and ask Carl Sagan. Indeed. I think he will tell me billions and billions of stars or something. But I think what we're going to do... we have to pick a place to go. And then I can save it. Because... Nope. Saving is disabled at this present moment. Warehouse, diner, Date's home, the Sagan residence, or back to Marble. I would probably let's go to the warehouse, right? And we'll pick up the investigation there. Hot Lava Tube says, I say we go to our apartment and take a well-deserved nap. Maybe. But again, the case is getting cold. The longer we wait. I think the most recent incident was at the cold storage warehouse. That's why I'm thinking we go there. Let's get it on, and then I'll once it gives me control again, I'll go ahead and save it. Cold storage warehouse, Monday. No time given. Really? Are we in a somnium? Has this all been a bad dream? Are we trapped in Iris's head? This is all still part of her dream? Ooh, that would be interesting. That would also be a kind of overused trope in some ways. Okay. We're going to save it. There it is. Hot Lava Tube says, we are our chief suspect, right? I mean, as far as you, me, and the chair are concerned, out here in the real world, yeah. I suspect Date of being the original killer, and someone else that maybe we haven't been introduced to yet was his apprentice from back then, and now he's trying to hunt down his own apprentice after having had his memory wiped. Hot Lava Tube says, ugh, I stepped on bits of Ota's viscera. That stain will never come out. Scrapes Ota off shoe on step. Ew, sticky. Yeah, let me tell you. That is going to have to do it, though. I was going to quit in about 10 minutes anyway. Might as well do it now. And there you have it, my friends. That brings us to the end of this episode of DreamWizard Plays number 670. The Somnium Files from 2019, Part 5. On your way out, please remember, if I made you laugh, if I made you cry, if killing Iris really makes you want to nail this guy. Just came up with that. I was struggling. Then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And join us Monday for the next thrilling adventure. The Somnium Files, Part 6. Until then, my friends, in the meantime, in between time, I am the DreamWizard. I thank you for keeping me company while we do this together. And I hope to see you on Monday. Until then, good night, everybody.